Hello and welcome back. And yes, it's coming up to Christmas. Can't you tell by my beautiful shirt? But today I want to talk about new releases. This autumn and early winter, we have seen less in terms of new releases than we expected. Let's face it, the top two big NAS brands, QNAP and Synology, have not really put a lot out to show us, and what they have shown us is tantalising in the extreme. And one of those is what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about the TS230, a new affordable 2-bay from QNAP. It arrives in a brand new chassis. It's arriving with a CPU that we've seen before, and it promises to be one of the most affordable QNAP NASs that give us both power and value in one package. So let's talk about it. This brand new NAS arrives with the Realtek RTD1296. That's a quad-core 1.4 GHz ARM 64-bit chip. We've seen that CPU now being used in a multitude of different ways, supporting now the likes of Container Station to Plex Media Server, surveillance and more, as well as great snapshot use and different backup means being supported. On this device, that CPU, along with its 2 GB of memory, of DDR4 memory, it will support a multitude of different Plex Media QNAP applications, ranging from Plex Media Server, from the third-party apps, all the way to a myriad of first-party apps. Even QMaggie, that great photo recognition software that allows you to recognize faces, things, items and more, is supported on this relatively low-power CPU. And although that memory cannot be expanded, the device has still got sufficient oomph to supply and support applications like QSearch, QFiling, and all the other multimedia applications like Photo Station, Music Station, Video Station, and more, all within this device. This is going to be a very affordable NAS, and I believe it's going to be the follow-up to the older, now coming up on over 2 years old, TS228A. That in turn was a Realtek powered NAS, but it had a lesser CPU inside it. This quad-core CPU is definitely one to write home about. Now, we have seen this processor in other QNAP NAS before. The TS328, for example, featured this processor. We've even seen it in other NASs from the likes of Synology. But with the Synology NASs, we've seen them really pull back on what their DSM software will perform on that CPU, whereas QNAP are providing the majority of their QTS 4.4.1 applications on this relatively low-spec CPU. Don't get me wrong, you're not going to be getting QTS Hero on this. You're not going to run Virtualization Station, and you're not going to Plex transcode on this device, but it does support 4K native transcoding and 1080p playback to local devices over the network and the internet. It is an interesting little 2-bay. Whether we see a 1-bay version of it, I'm not sure. We are definitely seeing this 2-bay, and it arrives with 2 years of manufacturer's warranty. Where it's going to perform and the extent that it will perform in the likes of Surveillance Station, it's a bit early to say. I think it will support 12 to 15 cameras at least with that CPU, and with at least 2 to 4 camera licenses included. It's too early to say. We're looking at a release window of probably very early Q1, so about January time. And from what we saw from the QNAP live video on this device, and thank you so much for those guys for making that video and letting us know more about it, we can definitely see that it's reached the point of manufacture and retail, because they've got the retail box and all that stuff sorted out. So, should you be excited about this? Well, it is an affordable NAS, so if this isn't your first step into the world of network attached storage, unless you are upgrading a NAS from about 5 to 6 years ago, you aren't going to see a huge innovation in this device for you. If you are wondering about making your first steps into the world of NAS storage, this could serve as a great entry point, because although that CPU seems a bit underpowered by PC builder terms, in terms of 24/7 efficiency and having a device that's going to be on for days, weeks, months, or even years, it's innovative, and it will consume a very small amount of power while making a very small amount of noise, but still give you a great amount of performance. And if you're looking for something for storing your photo galleries, enjoying media over DLNA, or backing up your business files or low-level surveillance, the TS230 may well be the device for you. I do recommend that you check out the NAS Compare article in the description that not only has all the information today and more detailed very well, but on top of that, we have got links there that are constantly updated from the likes of span.com and, of course, NAS Compare overall. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Click like if you have, buy your NAS from Span, and I'll see you next time.